When was the first time you experienced black metal music? For me, my roots go all the way back to around 1983, I suppose, when I first heard Venom. Let me know in the comments what your experience was. I'd be very anxious to hear that. But today we have Merrimack up on board. Let's check out this review. Terry here again, guiding metal music defenders like you to the newest metal music. You love getting new metal music before everyone else, don't you? After our Redline review, I'll put you in command of yet another 3 mighty metal albums to add to your collection to go with this one. Sound like a deal? Cool, stick around. Redline Reviews covers all the stuff here on this list. I review, analyze, and break down the newest extreme releases from my weekly charts so you get the best new metal every day. Of Grace and Gravity by Merrimack is the band's latest album for a fresh Redline review. Let's break this one down. I open the band's app page and I see that there are 7 strong sounding tracks totaling 48 minutes. Each track is very long here. The album cover artwork, as you can see, is exquisite black and white artwork. It has their custom logo up at the top, but no actual font work, I don't believe. Thanks to the artist, I had no problem picking this one out from many of them that were on the list for this week. They classify themselves in Apple Music as death and black metal. Between that rating, the album artwork, the song titles, and a quick sound check, I'm visualizing something pretty beastly. My genre description before I start the review, it's going to be black metal, because if you take a look at the little pentagram of the logo, you'll know what I mean. It kind of gave it away. But we'll see if that changes in the end during my reveal. Track 1, it opens mightily right from the opening. It's massive, deep, somewhat atmospheric, rangy, and thunderous, and it's actually pretty haunting. Track 2, it is scorching, dramatic, deep, dark. It's got powerful, beastly fry vocals, strong melodic guitar work, excellent bass, and excellent percussion work. Track 3, it's a complete array of black metal sound, very well done. Track 4 sounds just huge. Has incredible drum speed, intense guitars, bass-like vocals, thick bass guitars, and the sound overall, it's chilling and dark. Track 5, it's another very, again, dark, haunting, gothic tale with exceptional melodic nuances and thunderous, rangy power. The rest of the album is consistently strong, especially the final track. It has that massive atmospheric feel with intense shifting melodic guitar sound, explosive percussions, and that haunting fry sound, and big, deep bass guitar, just the way the black metal heads love this stuff. My summary here is I envision an inhuman amount of work that Merrimack must have done to put this album together. Okay, this is a really heavy album all the way from beginning to end. Hard work. Kudos to these guys. The black metal purists and the gods, I believe, shall be pleased. Recording and sound quality here, it's going to be clean, conservative, and with this atmospheric feel. Production musicality was more on the raw side, in my opinion. I rate the overall levels of rhythm and tempo here as conservative, more in the 3 to 4 range. The harmonies and melodies were much higher, between an 8 and a 9 range of presence in this album. The lyrical theme, I find, it's mystical and biblical. Becoming a mainstream or radio act here, it's, well, not a possibility here in Canada, I don't think, but maybe in France, I don't know. Fear not, black metal warriors. Merrimack is going to belong to you guys forever, I'm pretty sure, with the sound of this album. The range, flow, and layout of this album is consistent. The tracks are arranged with care. I describe the vocals as ghastly, bleeding, witching hour fry vocals, while the guitars I can only describe as intense, melodic, with powerful riff work. The bass section was big, full, and intense, and finally the drums and percussion performance was rangy and thunderous. Overall, the energy and intensity was very high here. They remind me of another French black metal act called Blut au Nord. And they also remind me of a band I recently reviewed called Volcandra in some ways. When I went to ChatGPT, they say that they're a good match with Dark Funeral and possibly Watain. The temperature rating here of this album is cold as ice. It's got a dark tonality feel with the overall color, or colors I'd personally described as pitch black. General feeling I had during this complete session was chilling. It led me to give this album a big seismic reading of 7.9 on my Richter scale. My predictions from earlier were, well, I did say black metal, but my real reveal right now, it's going to be ultra black metal with some atmospheric feeling in it. The official bio says black metal. My favorite tracks, quite frankly, all were equal, but the final track was the strongest one. And finally, I am going to add this guy to my collection. Admittedly, it's not quite my thing, but I do know friends who will appreciate this one at our next get together. So I think that it's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, stream and experience them for yourself. And that's it for another episode of FMR. I'm going to dig into my treasure chest and recommend The Way of the Ancients by Volcandra. Now, I just reviewed this one not long ago, a couple of weeks back, and I'm going to send this pair out just for you guys. And a recap. Yesterday, during episode 82, I reviewed Invincible Shield by Judas Priest, and I added Converging Parallel Worlds by Throne of Thorns from my secret stash at the end. And that is 4 albums in probably up at around 7 minutes. Anyway, see that last episode if you can. And lastly, guys, please remember, you have the power to support all metal artists. Stream them, engage them on social, buy their merch, see them live if you can. And join me again soon for another episode of Redline Reviews. Finally, hit that subscribe button, set up your notifications, and get your new albums here first. Cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday.